We got this guy whipped. Chapter 7, in which the cat claws come out. I stormed out of the shed furious. Frisky chased after me. You gotta stop. If you tell Miss Cleopatra, she'll dump me. My poll numbers will go down. And that's what you care about? You don't care about your girlfriend's feelings. I do care about her feelings, kind of. I mean, we started dating as a publicity stunt. It's not that serious a relationship. And I haven't seen her in so long. That doesn't give you the right to hit on one of your secretaries. What, are you going to try hitting on me next? Oh wait, you already have. That was just one time. I've changed. You might have changed a little, but not enough. And your girlfriend deserves to know the truth. She knew the risks when she agreed to go out with me. Risks? Love is a risk now? Well, dating can be risky. Look at it this way, she won't care. No one seems to care. If people really disapprove of my behaviour, I wouldn't have got 30% of the vote. Don't be empowered by it. I don't care if 100% of voters decided that cheating is okay. It's still wrong, no matter what people say. Abigail's got principles. You're right, I wouldn't cheat on her. I just, like I said, I got caught up in the heat of the moment. Heat of the moment? More like you're in heat constantly. Look, I know I messed up. Truth is, I would have pulled away from Lola. Oh, got that pull-out game. I didn't say that. Even if you hadn't stepped in, I know my limits, and I'm not going to cross that line. I'm not sure I believe you. That makes you smart, I suppose. I'm not sure I believe myself. There's no changing your mind, is there? Absolutely not. That's what I like about you. You hold fast to your beliefs, especially your moral convictions. Fine, you win. Here's my phone. Use it to call Miss Cleopatra. Thank you. I took Frisky's phone and went back inside the shed so he couldn't hear. You get reception inside the shed. Not bad. Frisky, hi. How'd the voting go? Hi, Miss Cleopatra. This isn't Frisky. This is Abigail. I'm in charge of his scheduling. Oh, I've been meaning to talk to you. You have? What's up? Frisky told me that you and he had a long conversation about love together. Are you trying to move in on my man? No, I'd never mess around with somebody else's boyfriend. Frisky, on the other hand, what do you do now? I saw him rubbing up against another girl's legs and purring loudly. Are you sure? Maybe you misunderstood the situation. There's no mistaking it. He was coming on to her after he promised never to do that sort of thing again. He promised? What are you talking about? Well, this is going to be upsetting for you. At the start of the week, he secretly invited 4 women to party with him in his hotel room. We're totally grassing this guy up. You what? She's like, what? Who knows what would have happened if I didn't kick them all out. He swore it'd never happen again, and if I promised not to tell you. So he lied about it, and then he immediately turned and started chasing someone else. That does it. He and I are over. Put him on the line. I think he's right outside. I'll go get him. Or has he done a runner? Where is he? Frisky was just where I left him, and he wasn't alone. Lola was cuddling him in her arms and gently cooing at him. Already. It's okay, Frisky. Things will get better. No, they won't. What's going on? Abigail, I thought you left. I went to call Miss Cleopatra. Here, Frisky, your girlfriend wants to talk to you. Oh, yeah. You got problems. I could hear Miss Cleopatra screaming as I went back into the office building. An embarrassed-looking Lola left with me. Lola, hey Abigail. I don't want you to get the wrong idea about what happened back there. So you weren't snuggling up to him? Please. He's crying like a kitten, so I started rocking him to make him feel better. That's all. I do the same thing whenever my baby girl's acting up. It's okay, I don't blame you. I blame Frisky, that lying scumbag. He wasn't trying to seduce me. I think you're being overly suspicious. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you're right. I could just be overreacting. Frisky's trying to change. You've seen it as much as I have. Everyone in the office has seen it. He's been much better and more professional this week than he's been in a long time. True, but why are you defending him? He snuggled up to you after you gave him the poll numbers. That was a natural reaction. He's a cat. I don't care if he's a cat. He needs to behave like a gentleman if he expects to become president. Yeah, well, I think Miss Cleopatra is going to teach him that lesson much better than either of us could. Lola was right. Miss Cleopatra broke the news about Frisky in a very angry public way. She started spewing a bunch of vitriol at him on Twitter. There was a video of her ripping his picture into tiny pieces, but that was just the beginning. She teamed up with some friends in the music industry and wrote a breakup song, trashing Frisky for being a cheating, no good piece of garbage. The song went to #1 almost immediately, and it stayed on the charts for 16 weeks. Everyone weighed in on the controversy. I think this will be the end of Frisky's campaign. If he's willing to cheat on his girlfriend multiple times, imagine what other immoral things he's willing to do. He's a cheater, and I never trusted him. It's all about moral judgment, and he has none. The country does not need another morally bankrupt president. He had 4 women in his hotel at once. Lucky? I mean, it's disgraceful. DJ Nibbles. If he doesn't get neutered immediately, his campaign is toast. What a disgrace that cat is. You'd never get away with something like that in the Persian cat community. See, what I tell you, Abigail, Frisky's a flirt. Be careful around him. Rock on, Frisky. Free love is what it's all about. What, Mr. Drew? I do not have your cell phone. I confiscated from you 6 years ago. Please stop asking me to give it back. I wasn't sure how to feel about the entire thing. On one hand, Frisky was getting exactly what he deserved for lying. On the other hand, I was probably going to lose my job pretty soon thanks to this campaign sinking scandal. In fact, I was a little surprised Frisky didn't fire me immediately for breaking the news to his girlfriend. Whenever I saw him in the office, he was rather quiet and subdued. I have the schedule for South Carolina. Oh, leave it on the desk. I'll look at it later. Do you wanna... I can't talk now, Abigail. I'm busy. Oh. Ooh. We're gonna leave immediately. Respect his wishes and give him his space. I'll leave you alone. I sighed as I left the office. I'd never seen Frisky this sad. In fact, I think this is the only time I've ever seen him sad. But what could I do to make him feel better? Did I actually want to make him feel better? Or did I want him to suffer for what he did? I mean, sure, he deserved some of the punishment for cheating on Miss Cleopatra, but he didn't deserve to be publicly humiliated in front of the whole country. I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. I was mad at Bill for leaving me, and I took it out on Frisky. Is that what happened? One thing's for certain. Things are only going to get worse for Frisky before they got better. Oh, chapter 8 in which things don't get better. Oh, poor Frisky. Comeuppance time. The second primary was in New Closhire, so we moved our headquarters to an office building there. Considering that my only office supplies are my computer and a few dozen houseplants I inherited from Deanna. The campaign started with a minor press conference. Frisky invited members of the local news media to come watch him give a short speech. Nothing too big or outlandish. He mostly just wanted people to know he was in state for the week. I love travelling the country, but it's always great to be back on the east coast. New Closhire holds such a special significance for me. Frisky, you going to comment on the recent scandals? No questions please, New Claw. But the 2 ex-girlfriends just come forth, and they both say you got a wandering eye. What's going to happen if you're elected president? What if you decide Dagonia is a better country than ours, and you try to become their president instead? That's not how election process works. Please Frisky, just one word for my viewers on what you plan to do now you're single. Have you heard the song Miss Cleopatra wrote? Sheebidoo, what a loser. Sheebidoo, what a horrible guy. Can I please go back to my speech? Yeah, be quiet. You're all a bunch of gossip rag writers. The important news is Thunderpaw campaign donation scandal. What? I haven't heard about this. Thunderpaw was caught messing around with the funds for other Shark Claws campaigns. He's been forced to drop out of the race. What are your thoughts? I don't know much about what happened, obviously, but Thunderpaw had 12% of the vote. If he's out of the running, I'll be sure to reach out to his voters, by all of his voters, or just the female ones. Are you actively looking for a girlfriend now? Is that why you're reaching out to voters? This press conference is over. That's it. Yeah, the reporters they're gunning for him now. That was rough. Tell me about it. Those reporters are like sharks. Yeah, Frisky told me that once. Back when we were still talking, that is. You miss talking to him, don't you? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I missed him. You girls are great, but it's good to have a guy friend to talk to, you know? I was really starting to warm up to him before all this mess happened. You know that other girls think you're responsible, right? He only started acting better once you joined the campaign. Or maybe he was only acting better because he knew if he didn't, I'd reveal his secret to the press. I can't be sure if I can trust him, not after what he did. You know, you're acting like he cheated on you, not Miss Cleopatra. Why are you taking this situation so personally? Do you have feelings for Frisky or something? I mean, I'm sure I like him and everything. But I could never see myself dating a cheater like that. What if he wasn't a cheater? He's trying to be an honest cat. Now it seems like you're trying to set me up with him. What gives? Frisky might make a good boyfriend if he could curb his wilder tendencies. But he's not talking to me. There's no reason for me to make a move on him. Like, I'm just saying he's single now, and I think you should ask him out on a date. It would make him and you feel a lot better. Why do you care? I got $50 in the office pool that says you'll date him before the campaign ends. That's why. Oh, she just come out and said it. She don't care. She's cool. What? People in the office are making bets about us? We always set our betting pools whenever Frisky's single again. It's an office tradition. Put me down for $5 that he makes a pass at champagne. Ooh, a long shot bet. You'll get good odds at that. Campaigning New Clocher was tough. A group of protesters led by a crazy cat named Banders started picketing all of Frisky's events. We had to switch to private invitation-only events after that. Meanwhile, Frisky's campaign had become the punchline for talk shows. Every night there was another joke about how he was trying to date 100 girls at once, or how he planned to seduce his competitors into quitting the race. The Thunderbolt campaign donation scandal took a bit of the attention away from Frisky's scandal. A few days later, another scandal rocked the political world. Rover, the friendly cat, turns out he's not a cat at all. He's a dog. Can you believe it? Yeah, I can, actually. Rover dropped out of the race after that. It was good news for us that Thunderbolt and Rover quit. A fair amount of supporters joined up with our campaign because Frisky was their second choice. I think that's the only thing which kept Frisky's campaign alive, to be honest. He would have tanked without the new people coming in. Still, all the polls had him hovering near last place, even behind Kale, the bland cat that practically no one ever remembers. Poor old Kale. And so it came as no surprise when Frisky ended up with 4% of the vote in New Clocher, not even close to getting double digits. What was a surprise was when Frisky summoned me to his office. Frisky, did you want to see me? Yeah, as you noticed, our campaign is basically dead in the water now. I'm sorry, we've all been working hard for you to succeed, but if the voters don't, have you really been working hard to help me succeed? I can't help but think this entire situation is your fault. If you hadn't always blaming me now about Miss Cleopatra. Hold up, you can't blame me for that, you're the one who cheated on her. You make it sound like I had an affair or something. All I did was rub against Lola's legs, and you completely overreacted. How would you feel if your girlfriend did that to some random guy? I wouldn't know, because thanks to you, I no longer have a girlfriend, or a campaign. Had always pent up rage. You still got a campaign, you can recover from this if you can convince the electorate that you're honest and trustworthy. Sorry, but you already convinced them that I'm a skirt-chasing liar. Well, maybe if you didn't flirt with every girl you see, people wouldn't be so inclined to distrust you. I did stop flirting with the other girls, I gave that up, and I gave it up for you, and you still turned around and stabbed me in the back. Oh, he went and said it. You told me to stop chasing girls, you gave me that lecture on true love, and how it's about commitment and dedication, not flighty passion. I had the nerve to believe you. I thought that you were right about love. I am right about love. If anything, this whole situation proves it. There's no place for cheating when it comes to love. And where does that leave me, huh? Loveless, alone, at the bottom of the national polls? You're the one cozying up to other women, not me. This is a classic case of don't shoot the messenger here. You're just getting mad at me because you don't want to get mad at yourself. I am mad at myself and at you. Mostly myself, because I fell for you. Oh, he confessed. He fell for me. I'm tired of pretending. I love you. You're special. You're different from other women. And I think we could make it work. Heck, I tried to change my whole life for you, but you didn't even seem to notice. Why didn't you tell me this earlier? Fool! I thought it was obvious we had something special together. No, not when you're dating other women. I would have left her for you. That wasn't serious about her to begin with, but you. I'm serious about you, or I was, before you ruined my life. Frisky. Oh! What are we gonna pick? Let's confess. Let's get Lola her $50. I've got feelings for you too. I don't know if it's love, but yeah, I like you more than a friend. I knew it. But it doesn't matter how I feel, we can't be together. I agree. Whatever chance we once had as a couple, it's gone now. I don't think we can recover from this. Maybe if you've been honest with me from the start. I know I made mistakes and I'm sorry, but we have to move on. We can't keep dwelling on this. You're the one who brought it up, not me. I'm perfectly fine with the way things are with you ignoring me. Okay, I'm not happy about it, but I can deal with it. Good. What's the laugh? What's so funny? I just realised you're finally getting what you wanted in the first place. A professional business relationship between us. No chance for a romance. None. None whatsoever. Oh, it's still smouldering in the background though. I think so.